What's up guys, Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another Master Duel video, and today I'm going to show you why you should not be playing into Maxx. Because my opponent, we're going to be looking at a replay today, and my opponent thought it was a good idea to play into Maxx to make like 2 negates. I don't know why. I had droplets, and I just killed him. And yeah, there's not really anything else to say other than you probably shouldn't be playing into Maxx like nearly this hard. And we can also talk about, you know, where my opponent could have gone instead. So let's go ahead and watch the video. So it's this one. Let's play this and pull it up. So yeah, my opponent is playing Sharks. I'm playing Virtual World. And I think I I think I went first and opened not combo. And then my opponent couldn't kill me. I think that's how it went. But we'll see here. So here you see the Maxx in my hand. Let's see what happens. So, alright. So yeah, I did go first. And as you can see here, my hand's pretty garbage. I can start off. I have double E-Telly. So I go double E-Telly to try and get a play. So we go into these two. And then we set up Chuchi. And honestly, like activating that before the Chuchi was just to take one more non-Virtual World name out of the deck to hopefully draw a name, and I didn't draw it. So that's what I did. Maybe there was probably a better play that I could have done. Like thinking about it now, I could have ended on Bamboozling, which was at least like an interrupt. But yeah, it's kind of bad. Just like across the board, it's just like not very good of a hand in like a play. But this is 2 Wind Psychic, so I could have ended on Juju. Now that I think about it, you know how it is. Hindsight's 20/20. But this guy can't be destroyed by battle or card effects while you have 2 or more monsters in your graveyard with the same original type and attribute, but different names. So, 2 monsters in the graveyard, Yan Yan, Lulu, made a guy that couldn't be destroyed by battle or card effect. That's what I should have done. Was make Juju here. It would be a safer play than the charge on this. But I had Maxx, so I felt like it wasn't the worst. But like looking back at it now, I have Maxx. Chuchi is not live, and I have this. So like it would be really easy to kill through the Maxx for a lot of decks. So definitely should have just ended on Juju instead of going for this, for the greed play, the draw card. Because if I drew any Virtual World name, if I drew like Lily, I was going like combo. Same with Lao Lao. So we went for the promiscuous, you know, maybe we'll get there play, but I didn't. So we should have made the safe play. This is Juju. But anyway, I digress. It doesn't matter. My opponent is playing Sharks. They go for a Pot of Desires. And here, they 1 for 1. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll definitely Maxx that. Thinking, oh, cool, I'll stop their play, most likely. At this point, I was expecting Bird Up, right? Because they special summon. I saw the Tuna, and I was like, okay, cool. That means they're stopping on nothing, probably. And then my opponent plays it. A draw card. And my opponent activates the effect to summon Buzzsaw Shark from their deck. And I'm like, okay. Oh, my opponent's gonna keep going. I was already like, okay, you're kind of crazy for continuing your play here. I was expecting him to make Kraken and just pass, right? He makes Bahamut Shark, and I'm like, okay, that's fair. You know, 1 additional summon more than I was expecting, and you get a Toad, an Omnigate, whatever, you know. So here is where I was expecting him to stop, and he plays White Mirror, and I'm like, okay, well, this is a +1 technically, so I was like, I'll Ash here, right? Because this is a big start. This goes ahead and summons a guy, and then you search the guy, which is an extender. So then you can special summon it. So, like, you know, at this point, I'm like, kind of afraid I might die, right? Like, if he has enough extenders, he could probably kill me. So I Ash, and he negates it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fair. Bait the, like, at least we got through the Toad negate, right? Like, whatever, I guess. Now, you know, my opponent doesn't know I don't play any other hand traps. My opponent doesn't care about Nibiru at this point. They don't care. I draw. He is still going. I'm baffled. I'm baffled. At this point, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? Also, peep the draws, guys. Not 1 GG. One GG. This is all we drew. I mean, we got Desires, obviously, and we drew the Droplets, which is, like, huge. And then I have 1 called by. So we're, like, playing through Negate. We're at worst we can called by the Toad if he tributes it for cost, and if he doesn't, we can Droplets, and then we can called by this when I kill it, right? So like I'm in an insane position. If I draw any more names, I'm just I can't lose. There's no chance that I can lose if I draw any more names. I just don't though. Kraken kills my guy, and he attacks for just shy of game, like incredibly close to game, but it's not game. So then he even makes a Zeus, right? Why not? At this point, you've given me 30 cards. You might as well. So Zeus, I draw a card. I draw off the Maxx. Now, let's look at my opponent's board, right? So he has a quick play pop of a monster. He has an Omni Negate, and he has a Zeus wipe. 2 back row. It's a good board. It's a good board. I'm not gonna lie, it's strong. But we have Chuchi pop to pop up like a Gozen match. If he flips a Gozen match, we can pop that with Chuchi. And I have droplets and so many things to discard. I mean, at this point, the discard is absolutely paid for, plus so much. So I get to activate Qinglong, bait out something, and then I get to droplets, send the Qinglong, get rid of another interrupt, and I have Chuchi that I can liven up incredibly quickly because we have Qinglong there, and I banish the Kowloon for the Qinglong, so instantly both materials for Chuchi. So if one of these is Gozen match, I'm sitting here like thinking this through. We out his whole board, but here is the question: can I kill him or make a VFD after outing his whole board? That's really what I'm going for here. So yeah, my opponent lets me start with, well, let's count. After draw for turn, a second called by the way, like, just who cares about your anything you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My opponent allows me to start the game with 11 cards in hand. No follow-up engrave. I have a Yan Yan, which is kind of cool. But like nothing engraved that's super relevant yet. But 11 cards in hand. And like the ability to play through anything. Double called by droplets, Qinglong, like dude, what can you possibly have? So here I'm gonna show off. This is another reason why I wanted to do this video so bad, was just to show off like how powerful this deck can be with like a Maxx hand. So if your opponent does actually let you draw a million with Maxx and doesn't kill you, the game's over. Like, I don't know why this guy was thinking, oh, this is a good idea. Like, it's insane. You're insane if you're thinking this is a good idea. Like, to not be able to kill me. Maybe he thought he could kill me. I mean, I had a thought that he could kill me. I even thought he could kill me, but he never did. So let's see exactly how I did this. This was yesterday, so I don't remember exactly the method, but yeah, Qinglong. My opponent toads that, which I was like, okay, fair enough. We'll call it by it just so it stays on field, like so I get to keep it. But I didn't need to do that. And then he activates Gozen match for some reason, like prematurely. I don't really know. Well, I guess I do know actually, because with the Gozen match, I can't summon because it makes everything water, and I can't summon. So yeah. So then I go droplets, send that card, the called by, send the called by, and send probably a Desires from or send a Qinglong. So I sent one of my Qinglongs from hand because I had all 3 in hand. Sent a Qinglong and I sent the called by. And now we're gonna hit this Stealth Dragon and the Zeus, and literally turn off all of his interruptions. Now my opponent literally has Gozen match, which I can turn off with that much ease because I banished one for Qinglong, and now I can banish one for the Qinglong. Like I can banish the other Qinglong engrave. We Desires into an Ash and a second Desires, which it doesn't matter what I drew off Desires, but I really wanted some names, and I just like didn't draw them. But yeah, then we go for Qinglong, search Lulu, discard one of the Desires. It doesn't matter. And then Qinglong, banish the Kowloon to negate. It doesn't matter. Chuchi, pop the Gozen. So now all he has to show for, giving me 11 cards in hand, is 1 back row. Cool. So we Lulu, search Lao Lao, dump the Yan Yan, or dump something special than Yan Yan. GG, target the Chuchi, dump the last Qinglong, special summon. Make a Synchro here, probably the Stardust, or the Coral Dragon. Right. Make Coral Dragon, pop the back row. And it's TT. So at this point, okay. Cool. My opponent TTs. I still have gas in my hand. I have Lao Lao still. Which basically can make VFD, like, most of the time can just like make VFD very, very easily. So my opponent goes, I mean, this didn't matter. He's chaining this. It's negated. It didn't matter. But he goes TT, knock everything off board. Coral Dragon gives me a draw. Yan Yan puts back a card that I hit off Desires. I think I put back like the other Chuchi so I can like send the Chuchi then or something like that. And he activates Kraken. I have the second called by. Biggest, tallest man in the world here. Because if his Kraken actually did go, that would be 2 more interrupts, right? It would be 2 more quick play pops. It didn't matter though because I'm gassed up here. We didn't care. I called by it. Draw another Kowloon. Didn't matter. We have Lao Lao. That's all the gas we really need. We dump the Chuchi. Special summon the Lao Lao. Bring back the GG. Go into... What's this going to be? I'm curious. Shen. Some of the Shen. And here, so there's like multiple plays that I could do here to get to VFD, but I'm just going to do like the most basic one, which is Shan Wu, special summon back level 6, and then Chuchi, make it level 9, make VFD. Boom. Now we have VFD. You're top decking. I have VFD, Maxx, Ash, Chuchi Pop live. People playing into Maxx, and I don't get why. I think, like, at first I was thinking it must be just, like, new players, but now I'm high into plat, and we're getting, like, Maxx. Like, every time I resolve Maxx, my opponent is just playing into it. And it's fine to play into it for, like, 1 or 2 to get, like, an interrupt off, like, whatever. But if you're gonna give them 11 cards for 3 interruptions, I don't think the math really adds up. I just don't see the math adding up. And that's just my opinion. I've killed people through Maxx. I've been killed through Maxx before. It happened today against Drytron. Yesterday against Drytron. I activate Maxx, he killed me. Okay. Do it. If you're going to kill him. If you have to calculate it. You got to calculate the whole thing. If you can't kill them, you're dead next turn. I mean, not everybody plays droplets and stuff, but I think you're wildin' if you're playing in Maxx. 9 out of 10 times, probably even 99 out of 100 times. If you're playing into Maxx, you're wildin'. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, that's really all I got for the video. Moral of the story: don't be playing through Maxx. You're crazy. If you're gonna give him 11 cards for 3 interruptions, it's just crazy. His board was good and scary, but I already had Chuchi on field and I drew into droplets. We were playing through. Like, we were playing through. I didn't even need the other called buys. Honestly, like, we were playing through even called buy. Like, we were good. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff as usual. And also, if you care to support the channel directly, we got a TCG player affiliate link in the description below. Click that. Buy all your cards on there. It's nice. Anyway, that's it. Have a good week. Goodbye.